INFJ, here is why your presence makes people so uncomfortable. INFJs, have you ever walked into a room and felt the energy shift? Have you noticed how people either gravitate toward you with curiosity, or seem visibly uneasy around you? It's not your imagination. Your presence is powerful. It's intense. And for many people, it's downright unsettling. But why? Today, we're diving deep into the psychological, emotional, and energetic reasons why your mere existence makes some people so uncomfortable, and why that's actually your hidden superpower. Stay with me until the end because you'll walk away not only understanding why this happens but also how to harness your presence without feeling like you need to shrink yourself. Let's begin. Your depth is overwhelming. Most people live on the surface. Small talk, casual connections, and light-hearted banter are the norm. But INFJs? You dive straight into the deep end. You ask profound questions. You seek meaning, not just conversation. You naturally see beyond masks. For many, this is uncomfortable because they aren't used to being truly seen. You meet someone at a party, and within minutes, you're discussing their childhood wounds, their biggest dreams, and their existential fears, while they were just expecting to talk about the weather. Your silence speaks volumes. Unlike extroverted types who fill space with words, INFJs are masters of silence. And silence, when held with presence, can make people deeply uneasy. They wonder what you're thinking. They feel exposed in your gaze. They sense that your silence is intentional, not passive. This makes people uncomfortable because they're used to noise, not depth. In a group setting, while others are laughing and chatting, you're observing. Someone turns to you and says, "You're so quiet, what are you thinking?" Your answer? 1,000 things they may not be ready to hear. You can't be manipulated easily. INFJs have an uncanny ability to see through lies, fake personas, and hidden motives. People who manipulate others? They fear you. Those who thrive on deceit? They avoid you. Those with toxic intentions? They test you, but quickly retreat. Why? Because your intuition is a lie detector. And that makes dishonest people incredibly uncomfortable. A coworker tries to charm their way out of accountability, but you don't buy it. You hold eye contact, ask the right questions, and suddenly they're squirming. You trigger deep self-reflection in others. Your mere presence acts as a mirror. Without trying, you force people to reflect on themselves. They feel exposed in your presence. They start questioning their choices, their values, and their authenticity. They might even resent you for making them feel this way. It's not your fault. You're not doing anything wrong. But your energy naturally calls out inauthenticity, and that's uncomfortable for those who aren't ready to face it. A friend lashes out at you, saying, "You think you're better than everyone." But in reality, they're struggling with their own insecurities, you just happen to be the mirror reflecting them. Your emotional intelligence is unmatched. Most people struggle to understand their own emotions, let alone others. But INFJs? You pick up on unspoken feelings. Understand emotions before people even process them themselves. Hold space for emotions most people try to suppress. This level of emotional intelligence makes people feel naked around you. They can't hide their true feelings, and that's deeply unsettling for those who aren't used to emotional vulnerability. A friend says, "I'm fine." But you sense the sadness behind their words. You gently ask, "Are you sure?" And suddenly, they break down in tears. You don't conform to societal expectations. INFJs don't follow the herd. You challenge norms, question authority, and refuse to play by the rules just because that's how things are done. You value depth over superficiality. You prioritize meaning over tradition. You seek authenticity over acceptance. This makes conformists uncomfortable because you challenge the status quo. At a corporate job, while everyone is focused on climbing the ladder, you're asking, "Does this job even align with my values?" That question alone makes others uneasy. You're completely uninterested in superficiality. INFJs don't do fake friendships? You avoid them. Superficial relationships? Not for you. Shallow conversations? You'd rather be alone. This makes people uncomfortable because they're used to relationships that exist on the surface. Your presence demands authenticity. At a social event, someone tries to gossip, and you change the subject to something meaningful. Suddenly, they look uncomfortable, because they thrive on drama, and you refuse to participate. INFJs see patterns others Mississippi INFJs notice recurring behaviors in relationships, workplaces, and even society. Someone repeatedly sabotages their own success? You see it before they do. That level of awareness can be unsettling. INFJs question everything. People like comfort and predictability, but you challenge norms, question systems, and don't accept things at face value. This can make traditional thinkers feel threatened. INFJs' energy is intense. INFJs don't do things halfway. Whether you're passionate about a cause, your work, or personal growth, people who prefer an easygoing life might find your intensity overwhelming. INFJs have strong boundaries. Those who are used to pushing people around don't like that you hold your ground and won't be guilt-tripped into things. INFJs are hard to read. People like certainty, but layered personality of INFJs makes it hard for others to figure INFJs out, leaving them unsure how to interact with INFJs. INFJs expect depth in friendships. Casual acquaintances may feel like they don't measure INFJs because INFJs don't invest in relationships that lack meaning. INFJs are an old soul. Your wisdom and introspection can make even older individuals feel exposed or inadequate. INFJs are extremely loyal, but only to the right people. Some people feel uneasy wondering if they've earned your loyalty or not. INFJs see through societal illusions. Trends, groupthink, and social masks don't fool you, making conformists nervous. INFJs hold people accountable. If someone is used to avoiding responsibility, your presence alone reminds them of their shortcomings. INFJs' independence challenges norms. You're fine on your own, which makes codependent people uncomfortable. INFJs rarely engage in gossip. People who bond over drama can't relate to you, making them suspicious of your lack of interest. INFJs can't be controlled. Manipulative people hate that you make decisions based on your own principles. INFJs have a powerful presence. Even without speaking, people can feel your energy, and some find that intimidating. INFJs value alone time. Your contentment in solitude makes people question their own dependence on social interactions. INFJs know when someone is lying. Even white lies make you raise an eyebrow, making dishonest people avoid you. INFJs don't settle for surface-level thinking. Those who prefer ignorance or denial feel challenged by your depth. INFJs' imagination is vast. Practical-minded individuals may find your visionary thinking uncomfortable. INFJs are constantly evolving. People who resist change may find your growth unsettling because it forces them to reflect on their own stagnation. Yes, your presence makes people uncomfortable. But that's not a bad thing. It's a gift. You are a mirror for truth. You are an energy that demands authenticity. You are a force that can't be manipulated. And the right people? They will cherish you for it. So, INFJ, never shrink yourself to make others comfortable. The world needs more of your presence, not less. If this resonated, drop a comment below and share your experiences. Let's create a space where INFJs feel seen and understood. Stay safe, and see you in the next one.